right, race fans, here we go. We got Michigan here tonight. Spartan Simracing League here for the Master Series. Qualifying underway. West, it's a big track. We go from kind of the small tracks to a huge track here this week.
Yeah, Michigan, the fastest speedway of NASCAR. Just about as quick as a super speedway. You're going around 200 entering the turns 1 and 3.
Yeah, you know, and you mentioned that too. That before they even put the plates on the things, man, they really flew. So interesting to see what these guys can do in these the cars here tonight. Yeah, I know we've talked all season long about guys keeping the car underneath them. Well, we'll see tonight because this track relatively it's big, it's fast. And I'm going to go out on a limb and already said it's not that hard to drive. And as I say that, there goes one around on qualifying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know I jinxed him already. But I mean, but a lot of that I'm also basing off fixed setups too, which tend to be on the little bit of the tight side, opposed to guys could have their car. No, but Hammond's the man on pole right now. Puts it out front. We got a little bit of warm up here, so we're going to step away real quick. We'll be right back, folks. Going to be a good one here, Michigan style. Stay tuned.
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and take your shots. I know you're wanting more.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, we're here. We're back. Got a little warm up going on. Hammond put it on pole. Well, Michigan, you know, I love this track. You know, it's big, it's fast. You know, you got some room to pass, but then you don't got a lot of room to pass. You know, it's wide enough to go wide, but this place also sometimes tends to be kind of a one group style track. We'll have to see how it pans out here tonight with these guys, especially with the open style setup. But, you know, in the past, what I've seen is as wide as it is, you would think, man, they got all kinds of places to go.
Yeah, they certainly have a lot of places to go. I mean, looking here exactly with these two cars, you got them running 2-3 different lines right there in shot. So there's places to go, but at the same time, and we've talked about it a lot, dirty air.
Yeah.
Dirty air, especially here, is going to be so important. Not just because of the fact that it might be a one-lane track, but because of how fast you are going. If you get caught up, even just a moment of dirty air just wafts across your nose mid-corner, you might be running middle of the track. Next thing you know, you're either outside wall, inside wall.
Yeah, and mostly come into kind of turn 3, you kind of a little bit low, but you end up kind of scooting out up towards the top of the track and let it drift a little bit, almost like that, you know, like Chicago maybe, kind of just let it kind of drift coming out. But the front stretch here really isn't a front stretch. It's
a long sweeper.
That stretch where you get some really good stuff.
I want to say Michigan's always going to hold a place dear in my heart. Never been in person, but in my 3 years of league racing on Xbox, that's the only place I've ever won at. So
that's a good honestly, too.
It's produces some great racing, and I think it's one of the most technical tracks without having to be a road course, just because of the fact that it's almost a super speedway, but still not quite. You're not fully flat out around doing a drafting style that you'd see at Talladega and Daytona. You're gonna have to get off the brake or get off the gas a little bit and maybe burp it a couple times just to not run over someone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something to think about this track too. And, bringing about some good racing here. I'm with you. I enjoy the track. Here's a word that we use a lot: momentum. It's a very momentum style track. I don't know, but you mentioned it. You get off that throttle, you get out of the groove just a little bit. Next thing you know, boom, you're falling back. That's the same way with this track here, because you've got to modulate that throttle. You just said right there, sometimes you're going to turn. Yeah, you'll be able to stay wide open maybe for the first several laps, so with new tires. But like what you mentioned there, you're going to have to come off of it eventually. That right there is how much you come off of it to break that momentum. Warm-up's done. We're going to grid these boys up here tonight and go racing in Michigan and see what they got. Let's look at our grid here tonight. Hammonds puts it on pole here tonight with Maines right there sitting in second. Vincent's going to start her out in third. We got Stoneman starting in fourth. E.B. Henry, he's going to be the man starting there in fifth, with Mitchell starting up in sixth. Harrell, he's right there starting seventh. Sherlock starting in eighth. Latham starting ninth. We got Bender starting in the 10th place spot. Back at 11th, we got Evan Stewart. Shane Clore, he's going to bring it up here and starting in the 12th place. Jenningsman's going to start in 13th. Olmacheski's going to be there in 14th. Henry's going to start in 15th. We got Atkins starting 16th. Jurgensen, he's going to be in the 17th spot. Windsor starting 18th. Carr starting in 19th. We got Holloman, he's starting 29th. Gardner there in 21st. Duncan starting in 22nd. Here's Michael Tucker starting 23rd. We got Carr starting in 24th. Well, Fuse, he started up there, man, in 25th. Sanchez started 26th. Kozak starting at 27th. Medina is in the 28th spot. Over.
That's a new one.
Okay. We'll just say Victor P right now. Thomas Stokes started 29th. Alphen, he's right there in the 30th. 31st, we got Donnellan. Jones going to be in the 32nd. Westwood starting 33rd. 34th place, Van Scoit. Hyatt's in Gruschmacher there in the 36th. Nicoteri 37th. Wilson 38th. Boyles in 39th. Sumter in 40th. Phillips in 41st. Miller there in 42nd. And then Atkins, he's rounding out our field here tonight, boys.
A huge field, and it's going to be a little fun, I'm going to say, here at the start. Got a couple guys having to serve pass-through penalties at the drop of the green, so going to have to make their way safely to the bottom, then off the track.
And if any track, I'm going to say that you'd have that happen to, I would say probably a track like this, or maybe Talladega or Daytona, because I've seen guys win from pit road part of the races. Needed a couple cautions, you'd be right back there in the mix. See how that plays out for the guys here. Hammond's up front with Maines. Those two guys are going to try to control the field. It's that Michigan style, and tonight is your favorite drink. We'll have to look through some of these paint jobs. Sweet tea and Dr. Pepper. There you go. What about that?
Well, for me, it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking soda, I got to go with a Boylan soda. Smaller company, actually, quite like them.
Green flag, we're racing. Hammond's in the mix here, and whoa, 2x2, and I think that's what they're going to lock up for a little while. 2x2 here. Looks like Maines is his Red Bull's his favorite.
I don't mind a Red Bull every now and then.
Here's your wings.
So, Red Bulls are something I got to be careful about. I got to be careful on caffeine consumption.
I guess. Right now, typical kind of spread out a little bit here. 2x2 racing. We talked about that. They will get kind of single filed out. This is just normal. Get what you can get early on here. Try to battle it out. See Hammond's trying to run away from the field, and the big battle's right behind him there with Coleman, Maines, Mitchell. You got Vincent and company there along with them.
Everybody just bide your time here. Don't lose it all on the first lap.
Oh, absolutely not. Definitely don't want to lose it on the first lap, man. Good looking field though, too, all the way back. Go back to around about 13th place spot. That's heavy. That's about 15th place. Got Jurgensen, Stewart. Guys are all about 2 wide, 3 wide. We just talked about that there in the warm up. It's wide enough to do it here, but you just normally don't do it. Gotta get single file like they are in that top hat.
Yeah, and at that point, it's just pick them off slowly.
Yeah.
Single file isn't always bad. It's good to ride around. You'll just be able to click laps off. Just know that you got the faster car. Prove it. Pick them off one by one. Slowly move your way up.
And you got Windsor there, Henry, Duncan in the back there along with them. Those two guys got a battle going on around 16th place spot. Peter's still up front. Hammond's trying to run away with this one. Most of this action is really right back here, kind of about the 28th place spot. You know, that eye to keep on here would be Michael Tucker, who, right there. Red Bull?
I can't quite tell with you.
See if I can get a better. Got Chastity Tucker Realty. Okay, so he's promoting maybe family business. It's a nice stars and stripes on it though. Let's see, that's kind of.
It's a very nice looking paint job.
Closer view of it here, but cameras don't get that close to it. Yeah, very nice. Unfortunately, back there, let's say a lap down. Have to serve that.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution out. It's on. That's to him here. Back there battling.
Back in that hornet's nest, like we were talking about.
Hello. That bright blue came out from under.
Oh, and he almost saved it.
Okay. Some caution. Hey. What's up, broker? One to make.
Oh, Connor, that was the one Chris was talking about. Okay.
Oh, you talking about Tucker?
Yeah, Tucker's car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I back to him. I love praising paint jobs on anyone that is. Most notably, here's the thing, or real quick while we're in the caution is, when I look at a paint job, especially on iRacing, the one thing I look at, if you've ever done a paint job, you understand what I'm saying, is with the template, not every piece, you have to learn how to do it. See how those stars actually fold over to the hood and the fenders, and they all line up. He had to physically do that separately. The hood is a different, fender's a different part. You have to line all that up. So any painters that I see do that and they don't like fill it right at the crease or whatnot, I like it when they condition on any paint job. That one in particular got a lot going on to it. You can just see right there, everything lines up, everything goes across, and very good work. Colorful.
Oh.
Pick up there on pit road. Yeah. Hammond's got his. So, not a lot of drink cars out here. We thought so guys don't have favorite drinks or something. And still in his normal team car, and Stoneman, I'm not quite sure what that would be. It's kind of nice.
Can't quite tell, but I love that.
And I like the color scheme. I mean, obviously Red Bull, we know that's the drink. Matt Tools, I don't know if you me Mac too, unless you want to drink oil or something.
You can melt the iron.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh man. Well, it looks like Sim Labs or Ever. Vincent might have here.
I think that's Vincent's typical scheme.
Yeah, and you got a couple. I noticed these are the warm up. That right there, that's got a throwback to almost like a Dodge. That kind of looked close to the Dodge. It does have goat on it. The Dodge logo, the Ram logo, that looked close on his hood. I'm not sure if that's what it stands for, but that sure looks close. And the paint scheme, other than the color scheme being like a Richard Petty, it reminds me of one of the back when some of the Dodges back in the day. But that yeah, it could be a Cobra, but it does have goat on the side. But yeah, that's close to the Ram symbol.
Real close.
Yeah, quite sure what it is. It might. Noticed it during like I say warm ups. There's another one out there. Paint scheme. Say that they're probably getting set to go back to going. Good restart they had there. I mean, everybody was patient. Everybody, man, gave room. I think what we're going to see is what we've seen all season long, Wes, is they haven't figured out how to get the rear end to stay underneath. I mean,
And you would think it would be easy with the diffuser, but apparently not.
Well, you know, and that's, you know, we'll talk here in just a second, but yeah, base car drops off, lights off on it. Hammonds and Company's going to bring them in. Some guys opted to come on the pit road here, take a little fuel and so forth, but green flag back in the air. We're back racing here at Michigan. Gets a good jump on them in there. You got Maines and Stoneman back there behind him with Mitchell.
They're already making it look like it's trying to make it 3 wide over there around 10th or so.
That high line, man, just the momentum you get coming off the turn, just shows you how much you get. Ooh, a little bump there in the back. Good, 7 there, 67. That might be Mitchell. Brad?
Yeah, Mitchell taking a big shot from Vincent.
We were talking about its main problem we've seen mostly from a lot of the guys, like I say, is keeping that rear end up underneath them. And you're right. This car has a massive amount of downforce. But we're not talking about fixed setups here in this series. We're talking about open setups. So a lot of that, they are taken away from what the car has. You can make this car very loose. You can make any car loose, but you can make it loose, and they might be doing too much. And I would think that you'd figure out. The problem, though, is if you put too much into it, you're going to slow it down too much. The return time.
That's something I understand. It's you want it to be loose is fast, like anybody will tell you. Loose is fast because you're able to throttle it up. You're not having to wait so long to get back on the gas. But as we've said multiple times, doesn't matter how fast you are if you're so loose you're pointing the other direction.
Yeah.
And as you said, taking a lot away from the natural downforce the car has to try and get that speed out of it, not quite paying dividends.
No, this car has a lot of whoa, and what so we see that there it goes,
Yellow
Mitchell.
flag is out.
Faster, clicked on it. That looks like a bump draft, maybe going wrong in the turn. We'll go back and watch it one more time here from Mitchell's point of view. Like several other cars are wrecking too here after the fact. Hammonds, Maines, and Leader. That's what happened there too. But you're right here. It took the air off of him. You got wiggly right there a little bit. Just came out
Still wiggling, and then just got some help. They sent him full.
I wonder what happened to Hammonds right here because he's out front. Oh, he just. Come back.
I think he did.
Let me see.
Got some blinks going on.
Some blinky blinks. All right. Pit stops. Away here. And that car, he got a little loose, and we were, I mean, you know, it's fun to us talking about it. What do you do other than tighten the car up? But we were just talking, you know, this car naturally has what they call mechanical style downforce, and basically that means it has a massive amount of downforce with the wings, the diffuser, you mentioned that, and the front splitter and all that. You try to take that out of the car, sometimes the car's going to drive way different, usually pretty ill handling, just to make it go quicker than what it is. But there's a fine line of that and how much you want to take out. If you know you're having a problem like we've been seeing all season, other than, hey, look, I feel like I've got the skill to drive out of it, which a lot of times we haven't seen. Even some of the best up here have lost it. What do you do to correct it?
That's a fun one to ask because I can't tell you what to do to correct it.
$1 question.
It is the end-all question, and I want to say the easiest solution to that is tighten the car up, but then your car is going to be what a lot of people would say slower. It's going to be a little bit less effective. You're going to be a lot tighter if you end up in dirty air, and it's going to be hard to drive. I think the main reason why they run them so loose is to try and counteract that dirty air that you get off the car in front.
Yeah, and it's such a, it seems like with this car, it's such a tight window to get it done. You know, between, like you said, being loose, too loose, and you can't drive it, and maybe lose it, and still be fast, or, you know, get it back down out of being too tight, where you're just right there on the edge of being too low, just can't break that bubble. So I'll have to see if these guys can overcome. I mean, for the most part, what we've seen right now is not the no more typical season with these drivers. It's something that they're going to battle all season long. You know, I don't think it's a product of the track here. Anybody has any insight on what y'all think and how the cars are? If you go long green flag runs, I think it will benefit you to have a little slightly tighter car. You know, maybe a little tires. But cautions keep flying. It's hard to do. Need that speed. Lights off on the pace car. Here we go. Ham is out front. Maine's there with him. Let's go back green. Michigan. Spartan Simracing League here, Master Series. Hammond's going to bring them to the line here. Start zone. And
Green
flag. We're back racing Michigan. That's a good part, Tony.
He really does, and I think it's just because they aren't expecting him to go when he does. He's changing it up every time.
Yeah, it does. Bowman right there launching. If he can't take that second place spot from Maine, so PB Henry's back. Vincent, Harold coming in. I mean, you can see him back here just 3 wide. We've mentioned, you know, time and time again, we said it, the track is wide enough for him to do it. Wide enough for him to go 2 by 2.
That Gatorade one?
Is that something? Bottom?
Yeah, that's something.
Like carbon fiber.
I think it's that.
Gatorade.
Yeah, I think it's that same style that we saw the other day with the team logo, making it look like a carbon fiber look, and that's just so clean. It's so pretty. So well done.
Nice. Little 2 by 2 freight train up front. Typical Michigan right here, trying to get in line, get what you can get. It would be interesting. I mean, it's interesting to see the different drivers out here and what they prefer. Some love very loose style cars. Some like tighter style cars. There's a heck about it. Some like little tighter style cars, but I was more on the terms of more of a little tighter. I didn't want it too loose to where I couldn't drive it. Guys love it.
I personally like it a little tighter. That way, if the long run comes out, hey, guess what? My car slowly frees up to where it wants to be on a long run, not loosens up so much to where I'm in a wall somewhere.
Yo, Alpha up 11 spots back in the 20th spot. Got Wilson up 21 right there in the 18th spot. Just trying to make him a headway, and Tucker there too. These cautions have helped him out, get him up there to 19th, which start way back in the back. Got him. And I said that earlier. This is one of the tracks where it's almost like what Talladega and Daytona. I've seen guys win, 2 laps down or starting on pit road. Get a couple cautions and help you out. You're back on the lead lap. Next thing you know, you're back in contention. That's what Tucker is right now. Got those cautions, got back on the lead lap. Guess what? Boom. The 18th spot is back in it. Oh, man. Good racing going on back here.
Yeah, it is. Cars flying everywhere. 4 different lines being used, maybe 5 through that corner.
I will say that top lane looks a little bit more dominant around here. It looks like they get that heck of a run coming off the turn. I mean, you can use that going on the inside, like right here, you see the 36 there up underneath, but look out that top side. I check on the high side, how he'll get coming off here off 4. Like I mentioned earlier, he come off 4, kind of shoves you up against the wall like that. Maybe not so much on the front stretch. The back stretch, you really get a heck of a run, like on turn 2. 4's kind of hold your momentum, I think. Behind him.
Just nice little tap in the rear. Just make sure you get off of them before corner entry.
Well, our leader up front here all alone. Hammond right down. Got Stoneman right behind him, and Haynes right there is in third. PB Henry. So guys just being patient up here. Former Chester's going to look see if he can't make a pass here on Barrel. That's what I was talking about right there. Kind of off turn 2, you can see where you get that momentum on the outside. Looks a little bit better. Turn 3 and 4, maybe it's kind of equal. But close the door on him there a little bit. Behind him looks like one of the Camel cars. Remember back in the Ford. Car reminds me of the Camel Joe car. That might be a bad thing to say,
I know what you're talking about, though.
It was cigarettes, man, are bad. Yeah, well, so is alcohol, but you got it plastered all over the place. And, one's not as bad as the other, so there you go. I made everybody mad in the world. We'll be all right.
It does remind me of the Camel car, though, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, little Camel Joe car back and with a Jimmy Spencer.
Caution, yellow flag.
Stoneman around. Uh-oh.
And he was in second right there behind Hammonds.
He was. Let's go back and see what happened. And if I was a betting man,
I'd say he lost it.
yeah. There was nobody around him. That's got to be a daunting feeling. I mean, I'm not going to speculate until I see it. By nobody being around him, I'm going to say that thing just snapped out from under him. And as a driver, you've got to. This is a wall, so damage. Good deal. As a driver, that's got to be a mental blow. I just got to think about that for a minute. You're out there all alone, nobody around you. You're pretty much controlling your own pace, and then you lose call. Now, I'm not taking anything away from his skill. I'm not taking anything. Not saying he's a bad driver to drive, but it's got to be a mental drain on a driver to go, "Are you kidding me?
you will be asking yourself, why did that happen? How did that happen?
Yeah.
It looked like he got tight, then snapped loose, and he tried chasing it up, and it just went around on him eventually. Can't quite tell. I'm not the one in that car,
Yeah.
so I don't know what he felt, but from my eyes, it looked like he got tight, started to drift up, and then it snapped on him,
Yeah.
and he tried to chase it, and he spun.
And that's a good thing to bring up there too. You talk about if a car's getting tight like it is, there's a couple ways to do it. You can get panic mode sometimes, like you said, yank the wheel down to try to just harder to stay turning to the left, which is the worst thing you could do because, like you said, usually you're going to end up snap that rear end and fighting it without any spin. Or let off the throttle and just kind of let it glide all the way as far as you can. Maybe have to drag the brake a little, slow the car down. A lot of drivers don't want to do that because then it goes back to the momentum. You lose a lot of spots, etc. That's the safest route, though. Might be able to bounce back. I just kind of look at it. That's got to be a mental thing, and then you got to think about it. Okay, well now I've got myself in a major hole. How do I get back up here and get out of it? Because now he's going to be way back here in 35th spot. Got to make up a lot of spots to get back to the front.
Gonna be a nice tough climb for him indeed, and not everyone went in there. The top 13 stayed out this time around. Some guys haven't even made their first stop yet. And of those that had pitted, Cole Macheski only taking 2 tires. Hammonds meanwhile took 4.
Oh,
so
looks like Henry and I was about to say a couple other ones, but they're going in pit now. Sumter and Wilson was the other 2. The top 3, like you said, and Henry, they have not pitted. Get them up. The Red Bull. He's got the Gatorade machine right there behind him. Combination.
that's a combination I would know well. Many long shifts on the grill were fueled by that.
Get going out of that. I don't know what'll happen. It's Is a heart attack waiting to happen or what? That's wild.
Heat stroke and heart attack. Can confirm.
All right. Well, Maine's up front. PB Henry right there along with them. Stokes. I don't think they're going to be too bad. Not pitting. I've yet to see whether or not a track position is going to trump all. We will see here, though. Cole Macheski, Hammonds was the first one to take 4 tires, so we'll see how well he comes through the field. Obviously he's going to have a little advantage with the new tires, but I talk about that a lot. We talk about it, dude. How much of an advantage? If he's only getting 3-4 tenths, whatnot, that's not enough. He needs half-second seconds to come through that field. But here we go. Pace cars off. Lanes up front. Henry there with him with Stokes. Hoyles, Jenningsman, he's been up there. Green flag flies. He's gets a good jump on the field.
You had it right the first time. It's Ginningsman.
Oh, Ginningsman? I did. Okay.
Gonna be on you about that all season, I feel like.
Yeah,
trying to get you. Names are tough, I understand.
What is he, German? Is that German? 4 wide in the back here, though. Holy. Virginia, that's right.
Gin.
Ginnings.
Yes.
Okay. But a gin is more of a gin.
Yes. There's 2 wins, not 1.
Hi. Hammond's been able to come to the field. You can see these guys with these new tires. They're trying to get everything they can because they know they don't want those tires kind of neutralize out. But here's where you got to be careful. You get yourself in trouble.
4 wide.
Yeah, 4 wide. Then Tucker there, too. He took 4 tires. Look at this. Hammond's coming through that field, too. They are faster. They got to get through this, traffic carefully. They get exciting looking, though.
Gonna split them down here. The middle is gonna be Nah, not quite splinted 3 wide. Thought better of it, but now he's tucked up right behind Connor Henry.
Hammond's there. We're watching him up front. He's got Maines and company. They're battling. There goes Hammond's going to split them in the middle. Took it 3 wide. He's got Henry right there along with him. The 69 machine there of Kolmacheski. He didn't quite get into those in there in time. Meanwhile, right there in front of him.
He definitely tried to follow Hammond's.
Yeah. He's not. Nope, he's on 2 tires.
Yep.
Let's see here. You got Phillips, Boyles, Payne, Jennings. Did I get it right?
Genningsman.
I don't know why I want to say Jennings. I don't know why. I think I'm wanting to pronunciate the G.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apologize, Chad. My bad, man. Just my hooked on redneck phonics up here, okay? Oh, in the wall hard. Stokes.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, and another car goes around, but man, Stokes was the first one. We're going to go back here maybe. We'll watch what happened to Stokes real quick. And we'll go back and see what happened to the other car back there in the back. But
Right there with PB Henry, these two were fighting it out for a while, at least for the lead.
Or just get tight and come up the track. Broke loose and then pursues hard. And I'm not sure who that was back there.
Then at the back, that's Connor Henry. I think he got tagged by Cole Macheski in the rear as he was trying to make sure he didn't get anywhere near the wreck.
That's what happened to Connor right here.
There's a spin even further back, I think, through 1 and 2.
Yeah. Just like all kind of checkups throughout the field. And, that's just kind of normal what happens throughout racing. It's not Connor Henry, it's the 95. That's it. Oh, no, he just lost it. Good. It started to go sideways on him, and I think he just overcorrected it. Yeah. Got this up there.
And thankfully, no damage, kept it off the wall, kept it off of drivers, so not having to make any repairs there.
Awesome. All right, it's all Henry out front in this one. Solid. A good battle still at the field, too.
We saw the moment, like split moment of 4 wide, but then it ended up 2 by 2. We've seen 3 wide going into corners, 3 wide out of corners. It's Michigan for sure is one of my favorites to watch. I said Phoenix is a great track to be a fan of, but not a driver. But Michigan, just like we said at the beginning of the stream here, you might be able to hold it flat out for a little while, but slowly and surely you're going to have to be letting off the corners, maybe dragging the brakes. Your tires aren't going to hold out for that long at flat out.
Okay. Jennings been right there sitting in 4th. Got it right then.
Nope.
When I just went back on my record. And that's how I pronounced it. Ginnings. You're saying Ginnings, right?
Yes. I'm double checking my stuff as well,
Yeah,
because now you've got me questioning.
Well, I recorded it back when we asked him in that interview, and it says Jennings. But hey, look, could be wrong. Man, maybe finish top 3 tonight.
We could definitely ask him. The way I've got it spelled out, I got it spelled G-I-N-N to remind me of Ted Ginn as the way to spell it, or the way to say it.
One of them names, folks. What was saying? One of them names. Could always go back on some pass ball. Oh, I love it. I love it. Dad's gonna go back and watch this one go. Lord have mercy. Controversy in the booth. Well, Maine's right there too, and Henry along with him. Vincent up there too. Either way we're saying it, Genningsman or Jenningsman. It's one or the other, folks.
And then Phillips up 36 spots is now sitting in 5th. That's a great drive from him from the back.
Green, green, green.
Green flag, we're back racing Michigan. Henry along with them. Pinson, Maine's along there too.
It's a
Phillips.
great start from the first two on the inside. Immediately clear mains.
Absolutely, man. And Hammond, look at him trying to come through the field here too with Tucker. And those
that's a
new
little tight.
tires. That's new tires helping him out right there. Wow, what a race up front. Look at Henry and Vincent, man, up there battling. Been watching me in this show, man. These guys are putting on. Here comes Hammond. Phillips. Pulling off down the back stretch. Vincent, oh, big crash in the back.
The yellow flag is out.
Jurgensen involved with that one. I'm not sure who that.
Two
pinned
cars
up against
hooked
the
together.
wall. There it is. Is it Windsor's involved? Latham. Latham ultimately, when it got in the wall, with him. Several other ones had to get around to try to avoid it. Timothy Latham. Purple and white machine right there.
First
Split
trekking up
wide.
slowly.
Ooh, just a little contact. Oh. Well, the car's trying to get around. Go. See right there, that's Windsor. Gets spun around in it. Nowhere to go to. So, kind of accordion style effect. Okay. Guys up front still not pitting. It's kind of unusual to you or what?
I think they've got 4 sets of tires on the wall, so 5 sets in total, going about 30 laps on each would be the rough estimate of how you could split it. They might be sitting here thinking, trying to save as many of those for late in the race as possible. Caution's definitely going to help out with saving tire life, saving fuel as well. So that's another thing to think about as Mains finally comes down.
Yeah, he does. At least PB out there. Maine's going to get 4 tires of fuel, looks like. All right, let's see what Vincent can do with this field up here.
And he's got some of the freshest tires on there. Not coming under the last one, but the one prior. He came in and got his 4 tires. Then you've got PB, we said hasn't made a stop yet. So he's on what he started on essentially. Ginningsman, he came in lap 12, and then Phillips lap 6, and then Tucker again, came in the same lap as Vincent. So it's a whole mix and match up here.
Ginningsman right there too with Henry, Phillips, Tucker, Hammonds. Here we go. Lights off on the pace car. Going back green, Michigan. One more lap around this track. Henry's been able to hold his own up there.
Yeah, and it might be heat cycles doing some work onto them, making it to where they even out a little bit. We've also ran a couple green flag laps, which slowly wears them down. So I think he's just thinking, stay out as long as I can on these, as long as I know it's stable, and just hold on.
Here we go. Okay. Pace car's in, going back green.
Green, green, green.
Vincent get to jump the field there. Henry rolling with him with Phillips. Gonna go back 3 wide again. I thought they were gonna go 3 wide.
Oh, they are. Here comes Hammonds up the middle.
Oh, Tucker a little loose down on the bottom.
This is going to be tied off of 2. Hammond's back out of it just a little bit as there's contact. Someone going way down on the backstretch.
See that. There in the back. Cars flying everywhere. See Tucker, Hammond there. They're the two of us on the newer style tires. Actually, Vincent's on a newer set of tires. And, you know, I was just talking about it. His track position, you know, crucial, and it actually does look like it. I mean, yeah, you're a touch faster there with those newer tires, but Vincent's not walking away from this field on those newer tires. As opposed to Henry's holding his own.
He is, but right now he's got a mirror full. Hammonds, I think, has the faster car. Henry's just trying to put it in front of him and disturb him as much as possible.
Absolutely. On the 3rd place man there, too. You got Phillips, Tucker. Tucker's just probably sitting back here, you know, biding his time, watching what's going on. Want to get up here and maybe get himself in trouble.
No, you're seeing a lot of movement up and down the track from the guys in front of him. Might be better to stay back a little bit.
I would too. I mean, you got some heavy hitters right there. You know, Phillips up 36 spots. And here you go, battle for the front. Henry says, okay, y'all go ahead and have it.
I think PB might have actually gotten into the wall off of 2 there. That was unusually slow.
Was. And it's easy to do. You see the car gets very tight, pushes up the track, gets close to the wall there a little bit. It's kind of characteristic of this track coming out of turn 4. Tucker and Hammond's not making headway like I thought they would with those newer tires, so it kind of just really tells me that, yeah, they're faster, but it takes us back to they're just not that much. So if you get marred back in traffic, time is what's going to be the issue for you.
Mains, he restarted eventually all the way back in the high 20s, maybe even in the 30s. He's only up to 25th right now, so it's taken him a while to get through the field.
Ginningsman, am I right? Ginningsman?
Yes.
Okay.
from what I understand.
Okay. All right. There you go. Sit there. He's actually having a pretty good battle. And now he took 2 tires. So he's not on the 4 tires, but he got that wall right there that just destroyed all his momentum. But, I mean, he was holding strong there for a little bit against those guys.
Yeah, and then Tucker just had it sent in on him by PB Henry, who now washes up the track. Just stay out of the wall there.
That's sneaking up in there. Is that Phillips?
I think that is Phillips.
Floor up in this battle. So we went from what, a 4-car battle? Now we're getting about a 6-7-car battle here soon. Vincent's definitely loving what he's going. We got Komacheski back here in 10th. It's like a lot of the field, we'll look back here real quick. A lot of the field is kind of spread out as I go through a little bit. Yeah, maybe go back here around about 27th place spot. The Mitchell Fusion Company, they're back here side by side, you know, doing it out. Bruce right there along with him too. Bender. But real battle's happening, man, right up here in this front. I mean, now they've kind of went a little single file, but Hammond's got enough to run down Vincent.
I think he does. He got a good exit off of 2 there. He's going to carry a lot of momentum into 3. Is he going to duck low or is he staying high?
He's out.
The flag.
Doesn't matter.
This round, yep. Steve around. To him. He was back here in a 4-wide battle. Got that solid, went down to 2 wide. He's back in 3.
You're off of 2. I think you got a little help there.
Yeah. Pile drive in front leg. Okay. Vincent's still holding on to the top spot here. Solid good race here so far.
I want to know, both Henry brothers have stayed out as it is. Are both of them finally going to come down pit road?
That's a possibility. All right, Vincent right there along with it out front with Hammond, Tucker.
Genningsman is in, PB is in.
PB's been in tonight. He might have a pretty good advantage there by doing the pit stop like he is. Might only have to come in maybe one time.
Once or twice. I don't think they got the fuel, even with cautions, to make it on one more stop.
Yeah, we have had quite a few. First 50. Cautions kind of really slowed down the pace. So yeah, I was just going off having that buzzing. We would need another 6 cautions in the next 40 and another 6, which I hope we don't. I'm just saying. Pulling their hair out up there in the admin booth.
Yeah, looking at it right now, it's roughly about 46 laps on a fuel tank, on a full tank of fuel. So definitely not making it to on one more. Probably 2, I'd say.
So it's interesting then if they can go 46 on a green flag, and we've only been right at what 46 right now, and with the cautions we've had, it's interesting that they're coming on pit road. So that maybe the tires is what they're looking at.
And I think that might be the case too. Tires definitely wear faster than fuel probably gets consumed, especially on a track like this where you're almost flat out the whole time around on a green flag lap, if you're not full out on the very start of runs. So fuel's gonna burn, but those tires are gonna be screaming as you try to keep it on there, not with mechanical grip, but just sheer will of the tire.
And as loose as some of these guys are getting out there too, you're definitely going to be kind of screaming. Wanting new tires. But it looks like the 2-tire stop actually is working here tonight. So maybe their setups are set up to the way that they actually can have that 2 tires. We'll see. Vincent's still out front in this one. Lights off on the pace car. We got Hammond here tonight. Spartan Simracing League Master Series. Michigan here. Good solid race here so far. Hope everybody had a good, Halloween. A safe one out there. It was fun. Got all Thanksgiving coming up, and I know we won't be here, but I'm going to go ahead and shout out this coming Tuesday. I want to give a salute to all the veterans out there for Veterans Day. If you're a past, present, maybe future veteran or armed force person out there, we definitely salute and thank you for your service out there too. So we're getting set to go back green. Here we go. Pace cars in. Vincent is the man up front. Hammond along with it. Tucker, Harold, Stewart, Car and Company.
Green flag,
We're
green
back
flag.
racing in Michigan. By 2. Gonna get this advantage. Tucker or Hammond here.
I think Hammond might have him here off of 2 with a good run down the backstretch.
Tucker car right there a little bit. You see the car snap just a little bit. It's happening down low a lot. Not really so much up the top, but when they're going down there on that low side, it looks like that car's wanting to just kind of snap on them. And that's where we've seen most of these cars kind of slide out from under them. I just noticed it there by Tucker.
Yeah, and even with that snap, I think he might have felt it. Might have moved up just because there's free space. Might have moved up because that's where his car feels a lot better. But either way, he's got it rolling around the top for sure. Probably clearing Vincent here off of 2.
3 wide, right around about the 6th, 7th, 8th place spot. That's Duncan, Stewart, Carr, Atkins there along with it. Everybody's kind of single filing it back, maybe a little 2x2 throughout the field here and there. For the most part, small style racing still. Vincent's not wanting to give up here on Tucker. Now they'll fall back in line as you got Harold right there behind him. This mess right. Something to get up the track.
Up the track, trying to gather momentum. Now he's looking inside here, going into 3.
That other car with that Ram-looking style logo. Say a goat. But he's got on the side of the car. I guess that's what they're going for, is the goat look.
I guess so.
I don't know.
That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, I don't know. That's why it kind of reminds me of Ram, too. Ram, goats. Let's go Holloman. Holloman, he's been kind of quiet. Where he's at right now. Oh,
The yellow
never mind.
flag is
The
out.
car just went somewhere.
Well, I'm going to tell you
That
now,
was
just
boring.
based on investigation, it is a goat.
What happened back here with Boyles? But him and the car right there behind him, 52. Both of them went flying off into the fence. So I'm going to say maybe they got together and they're apart. The Boyles got loose. And, contact from that inside machine. I don't know who that was, but that threw him up into Boyles. Okay. Ow. Hard lick on him. Contact on the inside machine. Kind of ricocheted him right up there and two Boyles. Dude, but it's talking about Holloman. Holloman back here. Kind of quiet night so far for him. He is actually There he is, Blair Holland. 33rd right now. Little work. He had a penalty on pit road. His last pit stop was 57 seconds, so looked like he had a stop and go, like 45 penalty. Had to serve a penalty on pit road there. Got it kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit. But we've talked about it. I mean, you look here at Tucker and pit road. Okay, different strategy, but we talk about Tucker. Remember, he had to start in the back, and he started a lap down, so get a couple cautions, you get back up on the lead lap, and hey, you're back in contention.
Yeah, it's kind of a ebb and flow. We've seen, at least with it comes with the pit cycles and when they choose to take it. Cars drop to the back, then make their way back up, then drop to the back because some people didn't pit with them. So it's kind of an ebb and flow, but eventually you'll be back up to where you're running just about.
Hammond's there with Vincent, Harold, Atkins, Carr. Top 4. Got Stewart, Duncan, Wilson, and Carr rounds out the top 10. Genningsman up to the 16th spot. Remember, he pitted earlier. Oh, with Jurgensen, Bruce Mocker, who's been quiet all day long, but he's up 24 spots.
Yeah, he had that small accident earlier, just trying to work his way back up front now. But again, good day. It's not always, you don't have to be a big name in the race to really have a good day. You don't need to be talked about a lot. Sometimes it's better to be just moving up ever so slowly and silently.
There you go, yeah. Like Wilson right here, he's up 30-something positions, and he's up there in 9th place spot, so he's been kind of quiet. Got the I don't know. People want to feel sorry for him, driver. Paint scheme.
Oh.
Yeah. For another conversation, different day, I guess. Talk about real racing, about the big folks. Follow one. Hammond's up front, going to control this one. He was able to battle back with the new tires. You got Vincent there with him, who's been up front. Harold there along with Atkins and Carr. Anybody got anything for old Hammonds though?
Hammond seems to have the best car tonight, I would say. I'm not going to say he's flat out the fastest, but he's definitely the most consistent with his speed. Some guys I feel like are a little bit faster one lap than he is, but then they fall back because they're not quite as fast the next lap. It's just more his consistency with being fast.
Yeah. Go. And he's definitely got some consistency to him there. You know, a lot of times that's what you need, more so than speed. Just being completely on the track, staying out of trouble. We talk about putting the whole package together. We've seen many a guys, man, it'll be very, awesome, fast, dominate the race, and then mess it up in a pit stop and so forth. There we go. Pace car's in. Hammond's bringing them to the field. Restart zone.
Green,
We're
green,
back
green.
green, Michigan style. Harold back there trying to battle a little bit up underneath Vincent. Let me see if he can't take the spot. He's going to fall back around, but not yet.
And now fall back in the spot because just clear for a second. Don't try to fight anymore and lose some more time.
Airman Harold. Here, and they don't really use a lot of brake here, if any. Much just kind of just let off the throttle, let that car kind of glide. Might hit the brake a little bit there. Oh, up in the back. Oh, there's a car right
yellow
around
flag.
and going around. Okay. Atkins. Right along there. He felt that. Side by side while we were riding along. Okay. Actually went up and got into him.
I think he wasn't expecting Atkins to come down like he did. I think Atkins was coming down to try and shoot the middle in between him and Vincent. And the 42 just wasn't expecting that.
Oh, that angle, man. He came up pretty hard. I don't know. Car's taking the same real estate. Watching. Maybe he wasn't expecting Atkins to just be there.
That's what I'm thinking, because Atkins, he had momentum on Vincent, and I think was trying to go through the middle.
Yeah.
But the 42 wasn't expecting him to be as low as he was. He expected him to be a lot closer to the wall.
Definitely looked like there that car got tight, kind of just drove up the track a little bit. You know, and we talk about it. I mean, this track's pretty wide. You've got a lot of space, man. You know that, Wesley. But sometimes you might think you've got more space than what the track's going to allow. If you kind of lose a little sense of where you're at on the track, I guess.
Yeah, and it's and each driver has their own kind of setup. Some guys have triple monitors, one for the front and then two each for their side that they can look around. Some guys are driving over in VR to where they're able to turn their head and see who's on their outside. Not quite knowing what exactly his setup is. He might not have been told that there was a car right there on his outside.
And we've talked about that too with how the closing rate is on racing. Everything's like in here, and by the time sometimes a spotter might tell you that you're clear, or car high, you're already making that move, or you're already going there. It's just. Sometimes I use football as a term. They talk about closing rates. Sometimes you might see a receiver wide open, but then that defender 10 yards away, and there's no way he can get there. Next thing you know, he closes that gap. It's the same way in racing. I mean, got quarter of a car length, to the guy. I'm good, but that gap could close so quick before that spotter maybe can even get it out.
And Michigan, it's extremely evident to say, because the low side, not going to say necessarily that it's slower, but the high side, you definitely can carry a lot of momentum, and you have that closing speed.
Yeah.
That's a lot greater than what they might think.
And we've seen it all night long, too. Been a good race here, though. I mean, typical Michigan. I mean, the guys have been fanned out, kind of getting single file for a while to get a good run in. Most of the wrecks have been kind of what we've talked about in the past, cars trying to just snap and loose, and I'm at an all on how to fix that, because I don't know, other than what we've talked about in the past, tighten it up, but then you're going to go so slow. But it could just be this car. I mean, I don't know how the real race drivers, I haven't really listened to them say that there might be a problem with this car snapping, that it might have so much grip and then all of a sudden, boom, it just loses the grip. I know GT3 cars do that sometimes, because they have massive amounts of grip, but they can also snap. I've heard drivers talking about it's kind of like a snap loose really quick. Now, the good thing about those cars is you can catch it. I think you could catch it in these too, but a lot of times you end up going around in one of these, in a GT3. But Glad to see. Here we go. Lights off on the pace car. Main's up front. He gets it going. Get this right here. I'm going to say Ginnings.
Yes.
All right, good deal. We go get it. Forward right there to
green
him.
flag.
Green flag. Maines gets to jump on the field. Ginnings been there with Clore, Jurgensen. So some new guys up front here. There you go. They're going too wide.
Polmacheski hitting it right there, wrapping the yellow line. Going to put him 3 wide here off of 2.
Clore got tight coming out of that turn. He had to get out of it just a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Kills his momentum going down that back stretch. Going to allow Phillips to get right up under him. And we just talked about Phillips. He's a 35 spots. Man, coming through the back to the front. Man, look at him
here
go.
Comes PB Henry as well.
Yeah.
He's put it in the middle 3 wide.
Oh, Henry says, I want my lead back. Coming back. Man, they're about 3 and 4 wide in the back. Bruce Monker, Carr, it's break 29. The battle's everywhere. Hammonds, remember, he pitted. He's going to have to come right back to the field again. Right there, around about the 17th place spot, making his way to the front. But meanwhile, let's go back up front here as Ginningsman out front lead this thing. All right, but they'll battle back.
Top pass Maines right there sitting in second. Jorgensen in third. He's got a mirror full of a couple hungry cars.
Yeah, he does. Polmacheski, Henry, those guys there, man, trying to feel it, see if they can get to the front. Clore there. And these guys are trying to stamp their name in the winner's circle here tonight in Michigan. Spartan Simracing League here for the Master Series. Gerlach there too. The other one's been kind of quiet. Kind of just riding. He's there in 8th place spot. Kind of curious now what is on Clore's car. He's got 4.
P4 Energy.
Okay. Well, there is that.
It's a pre-workout slush energy drink.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of explosive. That's what I'm saying. It's not the explosive before, but it's kind of the explosive energy.
Yeah, that's exactly why they named it C4 as well. They wanted to be an explosion of energy for you. Whoa, car sideways down the backstretch.
Who is that? That is Westwood. Ow. Watching it there from the front side there. Clore's machine. Let's see what happened to him. He is by himself. Any help there? Just ow. How wondering. And that just takes about that conversation we've been talking about. What do you do? Now, and that one looked like got back on the throttle too soon. Man, I don't know. I mean, I have no clue. Lost here there, Wes.
I'm right there with you. I've got no idea. What do you do? It's simple answer, tighten the car. Complicated answer, tighten it, but still have it loose enough to be fast.
Bad answer would be get more skills. I mean, I want to say that. I'm just saying. I mean,
bad answer I'd say is have everybody run fixed setups.
Yeah, well, you know, and
it puts everybody on an even playing field, but not everybody likes them.
No, and they don't. I mean, and that's some guys really thrive on that. So forth and so on. I've done many a broadcast on leagues. There's not many leagues, and actually I gotta get my pardon well to have an open setup league, because there's not many of them that you would think a lot of guys would want it, but the fixed setup is actually a little popular because I think it does put everybody on supposedly puts everybody on a level playing field, because then it just pretty much is how well can you drive, how well can you hold the tires and race. But then again, what I'm seeing here, it's, yeah, we've got some fast drivers in this series. They're all fast. Can't take anything away from them. But what I'm seeing here now is who has the best long-running setup that can, I mean, basically make that car stable, because that's what we've seen a lot of cars get unstable.
Instability. I want.
That's funny. My bad. I'm sorry. That was I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm thinking that's who it's going to be going. But as to what you were saying, stability is the key thing I'd want. I don't care how fast I am as long as I'm not spinning out every other lap or so, or every run. That's what I search for, and then I try to add in the speed when I can. As I think that's Art Nicotera going around.
Yeah, I was on caution. I just had to see it flash up red in the back there, and that's a product of just cold tires coming off pit road. Tires not up to temperature. You know, a lot of that we talk about too, coming off pit road. There's so many things that you can change on these cars by being an open setup. I don't know. Without realistically getting into one of these cars with an open setup and done it with fixed, and seeing how well they drive, or the difference of how they drive, hard for me to say what they can do on their setup other than what we've been mentioning. But then again, on the flip side, there's some drivers out here that have been able to figure it out. And there are some drivers that have had some success here. They're able to keep the car up underneath them. See how it pans out. Off one pace car, Main's out there. Say it, Genningsman.
Yep.
Gotcha. In line. Jorgensen right there behind him. Omacheski. Here we go. Pace car's in. Oh, I got Wesley up here in the booth. Excuse me. We're going back green here in Michigan. Spartan Simracing League. Master Series.
Green.
Haynes gets the jump on him. Omacheski, got anything for him there? Or, Jorgensen?
Not quite sure right now. Kolmacheski giving a great push in the back to Genningsman. I think Genningsman should be clear here off of 2. The question is Kolmacheski. He's putting around the outside of Jorgensen, carrying momentum, cleared for 3rd.
Oh, Main's almost get up there, tag the wall a little bit, man. Like Genningsman there was able to close, and then he just got out of it. Another thing too, now just notice right there watching Genningsman, you saw that car instantly how much it stepped back going in that turn. Another thing that they can do, they might be driving these things into the turn a little too hard. Now, you know, that's before you're letting off the throttle and is upsetting the cars too. So that's another, obviously I call it backing the turn up and whatnot.
Yeah, back in the turn up, it's a way to drive. It helps you save your tires a little bit. You're not sending it in and hoping it sticks, using up tire wear and so much. So it's a good way to drive if you want to play conservative. Granted, everybody has their style of driving, whether you're going in hard and trying to give 100% each lap, or if you're trying to be conservative and make sure your car's still there underneath you on a longer run. So it's dependent on the driver and their style. As Phillips around,
he held on to it. Saved by him right there. He's going to lose a lot of positions, but it was a good save. But yeah, I agree with you there too. I mean, driving style, and you know, we mentioned it. We've talked about it. You know, loose is fast. Yeah, out of the way. Smooth is fast. That's the number one thing with oval racing. Consistent lap times. You know, lap after lap. So being very smooth is another thing you got to think about. You don't want to be aggressive one lap, and then the next lap, then just like really old, like you said, kind of laid back a little bit. You just want to kind of keep a consistent run. Henningsman's keeping old Maines honest right now.
Yes, and he's got great drive off right there. I think that comes, he's not backing it up as much as we saw right there on the initial restart, but still backing it off a little bit on entry, I'd say, and then getting a great drive through the middle and then amazing speed off.
Coming back a little bit, 'cause these guys, man, they got 3 wide battle going on around here around about the 26th or 22nd spot. That's Atkins, Miller and company. Gardner, Harold back there. Heck of an action going on back here. And like what you said earlier, it's the hornet's nest.
It's always a hornet's nest over there in the middle of the field.
And some guys, they don't mind it. You know, we talk about plate races, they'll fall back, they'll go back to the back. Some guys don't mind being in the middle of this. Some, you know, they just want to be out front. I don't know. Never know what's going to happen here. This is pretty, we get into that. Car can snap loose real quick, get up tight, get up into someone. You see right there, they're going 3 wide. That's the 33 machine. There's actually, that's Vincent. He's coming back to the field. And actually, Vincent had a very slow pit stop. A 37-second pit stop. Not quite a penalty stop, but something happened on that pit stop. I hadn't noticed that. Coming back through the field, though. Oh, and as I say that...
Well, he saved it at least. We're going to stay green, but that's going to lose him a huge amount of time in track position.
All right. We'll leave you alone, Vincent. We won't talk about you no more. that was unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Miller, Stewart, Harold, Henry back here too.
And I'll tell you, had a good shot of Vincent going right there in front of him was Connor Henry right there.
We had to pucker that one up just a little bit so we didn't miss it. Look at this race going on back here. Going off down that back stretch, 1, 2, 3 wide. Stewart, Harold.
The yellow flag is out.
Henry was big time involved. Happened here. Oh, him and or who it was just got together.
Connor Henry, it looks like. Then
We're all man.
Phillips included that too. That's rough.
And he just a minute ago just better maybe what happened here. Guys maybe just trying to take the same real estate. Almost 4 wide right there. I don't know, one came down, one came up, and just guys just same spot at the same time. That's a tough one. Ouch. Yeah, we just talked about Phillips. Remember Phillips, he saved that spin just a few laps ago. Henningsman in pit road. Did you get 4 tires of fuel? I think.
I'd shoot it. I'd go 4 tires and fuel right now. I'm not quite sure how many sets he's got left after this. That would be my only concern.
His own pit stop number 3. I think at one time he took 2 tires. He did take 4 that time. And the one out here we know is really in good shape is Henry. Remember, he went that long stretch without pitting in. It's been lap 45 since he's pitted. Only one time. And that's what brings me back to what I was talking about earlier is he going to try to make this just on another one-stop race? I don't know. It's going to be.
I still don't think he's going to be able to do it on only one more. I think he's got 2 more he's going to have to do, but
yeah, he'd have to go from this point forward for laps. He would at least have to get, well, at least get to the 100 lap. I would say at least 105 really be safe, because that's a tall order. I mean, you'd have to really be saving something. But running out front, you're not saving a lot.
no, you're definitely not saving a lot running out front. But it's under these cautions where he's going to get a good amount of saving in.
It is. I said the second half of the race here, didn't want to see 6 more cautions. Might have jinxed it. I'm a hush. We've had a good one in Michigan, though. Enjoyed it. We've had some good racing throughout the field. A lot of 2 and 3 wide. The thing we have seen, Wesley, is guys being able to, fight their way back, even though they're getting a little bit of trouble, fight their way back to the front.
Yeah, we've seen some guys fight their way back up to the front. Tucker being one of the main ones having to serve the drive-through lap 1. He's got it back up there. Hammonds, he's had a couple pit stop sequences where he's been put back far into traffic. He's sitting right there in second. So it is possible to do, just getting some pit cycles through and then also having that car that you can trust underneath you.
Absolutely. Solid race tonight. Hope everybody, man, is definitely enjoying it here so far. And set to go back green. Pace cars in. Michigan style tonight.
Green, green, green.
Henry brings them to life. We're back racing. Michigan. Hammond and Tucker. Holloman. We were talking about Holloman earlier. 2 Hollamans in here.
I think we only got the 1.
Too bad. Well, he's looking good. He was way back in like 30-some position earlier I was talking about. And hey, look. Get going. He got going back up here. Back up here to 5th so far. The lead, though, look at Hammonds. We'll try to see if he can't take it from Henry. He looks to the inside for the moment.
I'd be careful, because sitting right there just lurking behind him is going to be Tucker.
Tucker out there. Henry, oh, Henry around.
The yellow flag is out.
Did he get help? Did he just spin?
And he kept it off the wall as well. Backed her down great.
Will help. Tucker thought he was clear and just white on that one. Wow. Heartbreak for him. Henry.
Well, I think PB's choice there is clear now. Go to pit road to get some tires.
Yeah.
Those tires are not going to be happy with them now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, now, strategy's out the window. It's go in there and get them and see what you can do. A little damage on that machine too, I think. That wall, I believe. Kind of okay.
No, I think he kept it off the inside wall.
Okay. But I'm with you. You definitely want to go. I mean, if he doesn't pit here, I don't know why. Well, he did pit. He did have. No, he didn't pit. My bad. I was on somebody else. Unusual choice. Which, now he was the cause of the caution. He probably has to wait before he can go into the pit road. I know there's you have to wait till all the lead lap cars pit before you can go.
I know that's the rule when it comes to lapped cars, but I'm not quite sure if it comes to the cars on the caution. But
Right here, we'll find out here in just shortly, because there you see the lap car or on stayed out. I obviously rules change over the years, and I'm thinking this on basis on real NASCAR, that is. And I'm with you, like, you know, lead laps obviously beat. But I think I remember somewhere, and again, I'm 90% on it, maybe 80, that if you cause the caution, you do have to wait just like the lap. But then again, I could be wrong. We will see here in just a second. And again, that rule could have changed in racing, and iRacing still haven't implemented it that way. Can't come on pit road, because then it'd be I guess there's a reason behind that would be it'd be an advantage to you, because kind of a disadvantage to me. Go forward. Almost like the wave around. That has actually changed. There's a new way of it. My way of, or my understanding of it was how, for me, as it's always been, is as long as all lead lap cars pit and no one stays out, then you can take a wave around. You're a lap down or several laps down. But if one of the lead lap cars stays out and does not pit, you're not able to take that wave around. Somehow that has changed, and it's I don't know, I have to go back and read what it changed to, but here's here. Does Henry come in? I'm with you, man, Wesley. Why would you not want to come in?
I'm not sure as to why he would not want
confidence.
to. It doesn't look like he is going to. He's definitely confident with that 25 machine.
Yeah, I mean, that's a confidence there to take that kind of spin and slide, and especially that older style tires. But yeah, I'm with you. Race car, here we go. We'll line him back up. We'll see how well he does. Hopefully it doesn't bite him here. And then again, he's probably banking on another caution. Where the races are going, probably thinking, hey, we're not done. There's no way this thing will go. I hope it goes green flag the rest of the day, but he's probably thinking no way. And that's where he's hoping that maybe another caution here in another 10, 15 laps or so. Then he can be right back out on his pit strategy. Unless, like off on the pace car, Hammond's up front there along with Holloman. Pace car's about to duck off. Here at Michigan Speedway style tonight, Spartan Simracing League Master Series. Hammond's bringing them to the line. Holloman, green flag. We're back racing. Good jump on the field.
Yeah, the inside line just did not go. Spun his tires a little bit up there.
And we haven't talked about a lot of it too either, spinning tires, which it can happen. Mitchell's up our battling. Actually, the big battles happen around like this. Kenningsman right there with him. Stewart, Kolmacheski. That Zozak. Talk about him much.
Oh, he's had a quiet night, and then I think I see Vincent right there at the tail end of the battle.
Yeah, Vincent clawing his way back up there. In the club place spot. So I said, don't count yourself out of this race. It's been going. You can have an up and down night, a wild one, and end up coming back to the front there. Coleman and Scoit there with it, with Maines, Conlon, Duncan. All Hammond up front, though, but Holloman, there for a moment, was trying to give him a little bit of charge, but then kind of backed off and kind of lost it. Floor way up.
Just into it a little bit off of 3, off of 4. Not much, though. Not going to lose too much momentum.
All right. I'll allow maybe Harold to get up there up underneath and maybe take that spot away. Here comes Ginningsman right there, too. He takes the spot. It cost him a little, but not, like you said, not too bad. Zozak's right there, too. Well, Evan Stewart, other one being kind of quiet tonight. He's up to 9th place spot. Stewart's there. Burlock. Bender. Back around about 20th place spot. Good hard racing going on. That's a Ferguson, Duncan. Man, he was up front and he went. Almost lost it. Had to go way down in the infield.
Yeah, but kept it straight, kept the car clean. We're going to continue racing at least.
Old Vincent trying to run through this field here. He's up to 20th right now. Alphen. Out there. Latham. Alphen. Got on his. HO2HC Racing. And the normal side view going on there. Always got to get a little paint job out there. Got close there to Duncan. Whew. The battle right there between them two. Washed Dads. What's that stand for? Washed up or
I cannot tell you that. That's a question. That's a question for Jorgensen.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like a brand or something. That's what I mean, that's body armor. So I guess that's kind of the logo. They're going body armor. Washed Dads. The dads, I guess.
I know body armor. That's a really good sports drink. It's up there with Gatorade and Powerade. Wash Dads, I've got no clue on that side.
Not a loss. Yeah, this one right there, man, with Mitchell. Take that spot, but just look at that outside lane. Momentum. He had it, then it looked like he lost it. Mitchell was. I don't know if Mitchell got out of it or just didn't feel confident, but boy, he had to run on that outside, and it looks like he just kind of stalled right there. He felt the car was getting a little bit too tight, up close to the wall. Another one right there behind the Miller up 37 spots. Quiet night for him. Oh, we say quiet, I mean, kind of sneaking up to the front. And sneaky.
And hopefully quiet as in you're not involved in a lot of wrecks.
There you go, absolutely. You don't want to be on the showcase. You want to be on the showcase like this right here, running really good. You don't want to be on the showcase as far as, like what you just said, spinning off the track and wrecking, which we've had some wild ones tonight. I mean, some guys have been able to bounce back too, though. So from some of those, we're talking about Benson out there doing one, and a couple other ones. Look and see. Tucker, unfortunately, not making his way back to the front like he was before. Kind of stuck back there around about 21st spot. definitely got some time to get it done. Boyles, Westwood, Victor B, the new guy, Dave Hughes, and Stokes, unfortunately, out of this one right now. Boyles is still out there, but running these a lot of laps down, got caught up in a wreck early. Westwood will be the first one. Got 39 machines out of 43 left here tonight. Hammond's looking to make a win, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the correction on last week, that he was awarded the win last week at Phoenix. So if he wins tonight, it would be a back-to-back win for Hammond.
And even though this ain't one of the Fast 5 challenges, back-to-back wins no matter what feels good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And that's, you know, to win, I'm thinking in a league like this, competition level so high, you've got so many drivers out here that I think on any given race they could win. To get one out of here, and you know, that was the first one for Hammond's last week. His first win of the season, so it's going to be win number 2 of the season if he can pull it off here. So, I mean, definitely, helps you on the points. I mean, we still got a long season to go. That's why I really haven't brought a lot of the points up, because, you know, we're really still early into the season. A lot can change by the time that, you know, we get down to the point stuff. So I think we got to go to what, till June, I think. We follow, if I'm mistaken, I think I talked to, I think it was Chris, I believe it was. And I think he follows how the actual iRacing Open Series or so forth does, because I mentioned one of the races that we're missing, I think in December, or the week that we're going to be off, is we're going to race one of the weeks and then be off like one week there. But anyway, it was falling right there with the Christmas. I think we're going to end up wrecking it. Oh man, we're going to wreck it. But basically, he said in a nutshell that they followed the series. That is Atkins, and boy, luckily when he came back up the track, not hit anything. Let's see if he had a little help. Mac Tools back here. We got Craftsman's and Mac Tools, so they're mad at each other. One says they got better tools than the other.
Oh, snapped on him.
Actor's going by going, yeah, how you going to need some of my tools when you get done?
Hey, at least it's not all 3 reds out there. They're just missing the good old Milwaukee.
There you go. Cobalt.
Oh.
Yeah, wait a minute. I saw Icon. See an Icon back there. Icon is actually, no, that's Harbor. Wow, you got Harbor Freight and you ain't going to have Cobalt? Oh, that's something else. Hey, look, okay, folks, you know, don't get too far off of it, but back in the day, Snap-on and Mac Tools, be all end all. There's no question. I will say that nowadays, some of the other brands have came up and probably would be on par with some of them now. You know, it's technology, and I think with the steel and how everything's done, is a lot of things have changed, and
everybody also seems to use the same model.
Right. I mean, you know, it's almost like, you know, the beer wars or the cigarette wars or whatever you're gonna get into. It's crazy. Now you got the tool wars, you know. I mean, true, you've got some sponsors, you know, in real NASCAR, obviously. This one's isn't it? Because they've been a long sponsor of the
Yep.
series. Wow. You know, so there you go. I mean, as a mechanic, you definitely lived and died by Snap-on and Mac tool. Fix any car. As a race car driver, or any crewman or anything, that's all you would see. Now, you see a versatility of tools, and I think that's a good thing because the competition is good. Even if it on the racetrack, even like we're talking about with the sports drinks out here. The race tonight is, what's your favorite drink? And obviously, Maine's is Red Bull. I'm gonna say it is because he's got. Alpha's car, actually, other than the sponsor, reminds me of kind of a juice style car. Something like a grape or something. No?
I'm seeing that as well.
Yeah, just kind of the way that paint scheme is. It kind of reminds me of, like a grape style Kool-Aid or something.
What it kind of reminds me about is a little bit of the Sunny D looks, where it's got the main color up top and that little splash down the bottom.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You have like a grape Sunny D. kind of off from what they are.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be kind of that's an off from kind of what they are, because Sunny D is actually orange, but I guess you could grape orange Sunny D.
Yeah, and I mean, we're talking about the tool wars, energy drink wars. We've got three different ones on track. We've got Red Bull, we've got Raise Energy, which is on Latham's car, and then C4 that we've seen on Clore.
Monster.
I'm not sure where Monster is. Then we saw body armor for sports drink, and then of course the Gatorade car as well. So, and I'm not saying which one's better. I have my preferences. Sports drinks, I will go with Powerade more than anything.
Yeah.
Energy drinks, I have my own that I prefer. I prefer Rise Energy. Is what I like. And with that, they've got one of my favorite drinks. Period. Country Time Lemonade. I'll go through a bottle of that. I'll go through a big jug of that powder like it's nothing.
Race car's in. See what Maines can do. Does he have wings on that thing to make it fly? We'll see once he hits the gas on it.
Green flag.
Back here tonight, Spartan Simracing League Masters. Back here in Michigan, and that is your favorite drink here tonight. Guys have them out here, some don't. You're talking about it. Yeah.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, caution. Boys. Right. There's Dolly in the
Oh, it's going to be great. Nice, slow down to where he's not running directly into the back of someone, and then
right there, they're 4 wide.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's just tragic. You want to talk about just bad luck? Don't buy a lottery ticket this week.
No, it is. They were 4 wide up there in front of them and just made a decision and ended up being wrong.
Down here, that was just. You want to talk about some bad luck from Boyles? I mean, he was like way away from the thing. Yeah, the checkup right there. Okay. Oh.
And it started with the inside line not going with Maine's went.
4 wide right here. Beating and banging, and fortunately when Boyles you gotta be kidding me. All right. Here with them. Alpha, Jenningsman, Mitchell, Latham, Sumter, Coleman, Miller. Jessica is top 10. We're under caution here, folks. Been a good one here tonight, Michigan. Solid race here for the Spartan Simracing League Master Series. Step away, Kirk. Take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Team Red, White, and Blue. Thank you so much for joining our team. My name is Mike Irwin, and I have the honor to serve as the Executive Director. When I founded Team RWB in 2010, our initial focus centered on veteran transition and reintegration into civilian life. But as the large-scale deployments have slowed down, the military's ability to support reintegration has improved, hundreds of thousands of veterans have used their GI Bill, and companies have prioritized hiring veterans, the overall mental, physical, and emotional health of the veteran community still has a long way to go. And Team RWB has a major leadership role to play. And that means that we need you. We need you to close out this video and to know that you didn't just join a listserv or download an app. You joined a team composed of real people, over 200,000 strong, who are veterans on active duty in the National Guard or Reserves or civilian supporters. And these people, who we refer to as the Eagles, want you to get involved in Team RWB. Why is it so important for you to become an active member of the team? Because when you do, we know that it will improve your mental and physical health, help you to develop new and meaningful relationships in your life, and provide you with a sense of purpose that comes from belonging to something bigger than yourself. Over the past decade, veterans struggling with the invisible wounds of war and post-military life have told us how important physical fitness has been to them. Running has helped veterans battle nightmares. Triathlons have helped with headaches, and CrossFit has enabled them to sleep better. These fitness activities, along with others, have made them more confident and healthy people. Unfortunately, millions of veterans have forgotten about the power of physical training in their lives. So as you get involved and see the power of Team RWB in your own life, I hope that you feel inspired to reach out to other veterans and encourage them to follow in your footsteps. In closing, I want to again thank you for stepping forward and joining Team Red, White, and Blue. We're fired up to have you on the team, and I know that you're going to be flying the Eagle with pride for a long time.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board.
And then if you want to,
know
just a
we're
little
proud
bit
to
about
have
how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
All right, we're back here, folks, and you saw right there, man, under a little break. You actually saw we went back green and then back under caution. So look, kind of see if we can't go back here and recap on what happened. We know Zozak went around, but it all started here with Jurgensen, the 9 machine. They were side by side. 9 going down there with it. Bottom and 5 different contact and then paid the price. The other car's just trying to get around 30. Caution. Tough one. Tough one. Hammonds and Ginningsman, they love it though. They're up front. Thinking, Wesley?
Not quite to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. From here on, you can definitely make it on one stop. There's a chance, a slight chance, and I'm going to say it's going to be real close. A lot of these guys might be able to go to the end. Lap 106, got about 44 laps to go. That's right on the edge of a fuel tank.
Well, let me ask you
a lot
this.
of these guys, last time down 97, just over 50. I think you could make it with the amount of cautions and fuel saving.
All right. Well, and let me flip that back on you here just for a second, because we saw like PB Henry. I bring him up because he was the one that stayed out the longest on that very first stint. Then we had several cautions during that. He only stayed out to lap 46 before he pitted. He would have to, like what you was calculating, he'd have to stay out at least another, at 5 laps of it. And as long as we don't have any green, white checker. I mean, do you feel like that even by knowing that, do you think that maybe they still could go that distance?
I think they could. It's going to have to be very aggressive fuel saving. Of course, can't do anything funky once you get to the one to go till the green. Can't go run the apron through the turns, can't shut off your car. So can't do that drastic fuel saving type shenanigans, if you want to call it that. But you still can put it in a high gear, keep the revs low. It's possible to do, but it's going to be very, very tight.
Okay. Put you on that one. Yes, it's in 5th gear, which that's normal. That right there, you would do that no matter if you're saving fuel or whatnot. It's just, you're always going to be in the highest gear you can under caution because RPM's low. If you're not trying to save fuel, like clutching or turning it off. And then see. Second gear. Go back green. Hammond's here with them. His car's in. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Hammond's Ginningsman right there with him too, with Miller. No.
Ginningsman not quite clear for second. Miller's going to be able to drive on through. There's Sumter in 5th. Where did he come from?
Out of nowhere, 38 spots up. Like you said, man, right there, he was caught in a big wreck earlier on in the race. But he's been able to fire back and get up there. Oh, over the wall a little bit there, too. Rambunctious. He's right behind old Ginningsman for the moment. Can't make it around him. Holloman still hanging on to 6.
Meanwhile, further back through the pack, they're 3 wide, switching lanes going into turn 1.
Low the track. You see right there, Miller making a pass. We're right about here, about 10th place spot. That's Duncan, Latham, Henry, Benson right
Benson's
there.
right there. Phillips as well. He's finally back up.
Got Henry in the middle. Woo. What are PB's favorite sandwiches? Peanut butter jelly.
I'm not sure on that, but it might be something to do with peanut butter.
And now he's
Honestly, I
got his.
like a good peanut butter and cheese.
That's true. Man, right now, man, he's stuck to the track. It's pretty good so far. He's up to 10th. Henry's had an up and down day. And here's one that you just mentioned. You talked about, can they make it all the way? That is one driver there that I would keep an eye on that might try to do it. Now, again, if another caution comes out, and it all depends on when that caution was come out. I'm going to say if it comes out here within the next 5 laps or so, hopefully not. Hopefully we go green the whole entire day. But if it does, I think you might see a lot of these guys come in. But if we don't get a caution until, let's say, man, when at 130, 135, then you got some, you're up front. Then you've got a little bit of a, talking point to do, whether or not you come in. This mess here, Goosemocker.
The yellow flag is out.
You know what? I'm gonna quit talking about cautions. Man, that was just not. Wow. Wilson. I just can't make this stuff up, folks. I'm telling you. Just talking about it. 11 up there in the top. People right there. Just got help. And
I think that was Alphen. Oh, massive hit.
Look at that thing. No, he ain't coming back. Hey, look,
think,
that thing's got automatic wheels. You see that thing go back in place?
I did.
Funny. Yeah. Wow. And we've talked all season. Take nothing away from the drivers. Some of the cautions like that, situational awareness. I think a caution like that, from what we're seeing up here in the booth, could maybe be avoided. Again, we're not in the car, we're not on the track. I know a lot of things happen real quick. But you have a massive amount of room. So we were just talking about pit stops, and it looks like none of the leaders go. Let's say if you're way back at 20th something spot.
It's right there looking around 12th or so is when they started.
Back around 20th, 30th. Sure, come on pit road. Why not? Looks like a lot of them did. Because you definitely can make it all the way from this point. Even, I think, with the green-white checker. At least you could go through one of them. You could definitely make it.
I feel like you can go through all 3 with the green-white checkered at this point.
Okay. Curious to see what. Hammond's still not clutching. He's got it. 1/5. Mitchell. None of the guys are really in kind of a huge fuel-saving mode right now. Obviously, yes, you're going to run in 5th gear. But you don't see any of them clutching it. So low in RPMs as it is. Yeah, for the most part, everyone's just in that 5th gear. And I'm kind of curious, and I never have looked this up. I don't know why I haven't looked it up. 5th gear in these cars. I mean, always in like a normal 5th gear, or even 4th gear for that matter. 4-speed, 5-speed, manual. 3rd gear is always 1-to-1, unless you just custom change it. So, if you have like a 5th gear or whatnot, it's usually like an overdrive. They're kind of like in this too.
I'm not exactly sure how to answer that. I don't know gears and gear ratios. That's not something under my specialty.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I haven't really, because it is a new thing since the next gen cars that came along. That they went, to they have more sequential style. It's a clutch style, sequential style transmission, which is 5-speed. The old H pattern 4 speeds are not in it. I wouldn't be surprised if NASCAR doesn't eventually go with clutch paddle style. Maybe something like what the G3 is. I think the only thing keeping away from that is maybe price. Some of that stuff can get really high. And, you want to keep the price of NASCAR expensive anyways, but try to keep it too much tech. So these cars have quite a bit in them now. Not quite as much as GT3 or maybe something like F1s or anything like that. Here we go. Lights off on a pace car. Hammond's about to see what he can do on this restart. Pace car drops off. Spartan Simracing League here tonight. Michigan style. Big track field here for the Master Series. Hammond drops the hammer. We're back racing here. A little dark out there too. You got lights? They do.
It don't, and I can tell you that.
Oh, car round.
The yellow flag is
that's
out.
Sumter. We were just talking about him earlier, how he had bounced back. I think he might have had a little help. Go back and watch. See him right there at the front. Bumping back and forth. Give us a good angle. Maybe happen. Right there. A little contact, just a little bit, not much. But I'm noticing that there, Wesley. We are a little dark out here. I mean, the time of day that they set these races to, obviously it's not real time because it would be dark. I mean, because past 10 o'clock here Eastern time, real time, but they can set the time on the track, and then depending on how long it takes, caution's obviously going to slow the pace down. If they started this thing in like at 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I don't know. Push it on into a nighttime. I've seen that happen one time before. I've seen it happen. No lie here, Wesley. This was kind of funny. They missed it, and they pushed it, and it went dark on one of the tracks that didn't have lights. There was a lantern or something like that. And, yeah, it was so dark I couldn't even see anything on the broadcast. It was crazy. Imagine what the driver did. Nothing. We just talked about PB Henry. Look at that. He's coming on pit road.
Yeah, and I think he sees it. He's like, starting here, I'm good to go to the end. It don't matter what happens. He knows he's good. So go ahead, take it while he can.
Yeah.
And just looking at, you want to talk about, can't quite imagine what the drivers are seeing. Based on the 2 ARN boards I've got going right now, there's still a good bit of light in front of them. It's a little dim, but doable.
Yeah, we're right here along with Hammond. Kind of sees what we're seeing. I mean, you can definitely tell it's an evening time. Mood settings. I think we'll be fine. Also, we'll have another 10 cautions. We'll be good. I hope not. Say anything, Wes.
right. I'm getting my mouth shut.
Yeah, every time I start talking about it, look, we were running good. I know, boom, we're like, I will say, let's see if Sumter can actually battle back, get back up front. He was able to do it earlier. See if he's able to do it now. Okay, well, go green here. How would we pick one at this time? Well, I'm not quite sure what the time that they set. I mean, obviously, this is again. I mentioned earlier why they picked their tracks. They're staying with the iRacing. Say that now the sun comes up, but they are staying with the iRacing schedule. So whatever the schedule iRacing has is the track that they. It's not necessarily oh hey look, we just picked this to pick it. They're keeping with the schedule, but if we say that now the sun pops back out. So
it might have just been cloud cover because I'm looking at it. End sim time was set to be 1 p.m. Local time.
Okay, that should be plenty.
It might have just been severe cloud cover.
Yeah. All right, well, Hammond's up front. Pace car's in. If Miller's got anything for him here on this restart. And green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Let's get a good push out front. Mitchell and company right there with Stoneman. Jennings been there too. Three wide racing going on in the back there.
And Hammond's again just really good restarts. Second or first through third gonna even out. It's Ginningsman right now trying to battle for fourth.
Good blimpy shot right there. Oldfield looks like. Battles front, back. Hammond still, man, leading this one. Mitchell's there. Miller. Holman and company. Not too many three wides going on around.
The yellow flag is out.
Caution. Boyles. This one with Holloman. What happened? Oh! 13 got checked up somehow. And then that just caused a chain reaction.
And that's nothing on Boyle's doing. He's the wrong place, wrong time with that one.
Where's the 13?
John Binder.
Can't find. See what exactly going to happen to him. Oh, it got loose. Okay. So, well, I mean, it's unfortunate, man, for Boyles and them and Sumter. We were just talking about Sumter. Right there. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. Got loose. He just got in the back end there with 32. Nothing he could do. By checking up. Caution.
That Binder right there, he was middle of three wide when it snapped on him, so kind of bounced off the car on the inside a little bit. Thankfully didn't take him out as well.
Well, no pit stops. I think at this point, Hammonds is going the distance. still not in a total fuel saving mode here.
No, he's not, but I think everybody's able to go. You don't have to make a pit stop. It's just going to be if you want good fresh tires.
Let's go back green here. Can Hammond have enough to make it to the end? Does he have enough to hold off these guys behind him? Questions will be answered here pretty soon as we're getting close to about 25 to go here tonight. Michigan Spartan Simracing League Master Series here. And a very good series, man, so far. Okay, you think does Hammond's got enough to hold these guys off back here?
I definitely think he does. I think the closest threat to him probably going to be Cole Macheski. He's got about 9 laps fresher tires. And then for all of those that pitted more recently, Latham, he's up there around 18th place, and then good old PB sitting 23rd, so got a good ways to fight through traffic for those couple.
All right, let's see. Hammond's he's definitely had the good car all night. Looking to maybe make it back-to-back wins here. Awesome.
Green flag, green flag.
At green. Up front. They're racing hard behind him, though.
Yeah, it's a mighty car right there going into one. Thankfully,
it was at
people
27, man. The Ullman back up, remember? He was involved in a wreck earlier there, Wes?
That's...
Yeah.
And he was up front a little, and he was up front for a good amount of the first part of the race.
Yeah.
So, great recovery by him. He started up in fourth as well, so managed to claw it back. Let's see if he can continue going forward.
Another one right there, Ginnings. I know we've been back and forth on that name, but boy, one thing is he's been back and forth on this racetrack, and he's just found his way back up front. You know, you mentioned I think a couple of weeks ago that he's one of those that's quiet, patient. Next thing you know, boom, he's up front.
I'd say he's been everything but this time around. He's been up front constantly.
Yeah.
And then Maine's, heck, he's back up here. He got stuck back in traffic with the pit cycle a while ago.
Oh, man, anything can happen. You got Vincent there in 9th, Gruschmacher there 10, Tomacheski. They all trying to run down the man up front. Hammonds, though, does he got enough to hold these guys off? Got 24 to go here to settle this one. Michigan. Now let me ask I guess the bearing question. We've been talking about fuel. Do you have enough to make it all the way? Do you think Hammonds is probably thinking, do I want this thing to go green the rest of the way, or maybe one more caution so that I make sure that I maybe can save enough fuel?
I think he's good to go all the way around. I think everybody's good. They should be able to go green to the end. They're good. I'd say they might be good through all 3 green, white checkers as well if those are needed.
Thinking with the Hammond's got enough, man. What he's got's what he's got. Miller's right there behind him. Hang on to that thing. Woo! Mitchell. Saving the night right there. A little help from the wall, but still.
Hey, a little help from the outside wall to straight up the car is better than it going nose first into the inside.
Absolutely. Able to stay in 8th place too, so not losing too much ground here along these guys. You got Vincent right there clawing his way back to 5th. Ginnings up to 3rd. That's a guy you just can't keep down. His last name reminds me of that beer.
Guinness?
Yeah, that's it.
Whoa!
Miller losing it.
And he kept it straight as well.
Because if you look at the first spelling of his name, it's almost close to the Guinness. And it's Ginningsman, so there you go. Almost close. Maybe he should have had a beer car. Hint, Chad. I would have come out surprises one day. Didn't have a beer car out there.
Pitch black with gold lettering and labels.
Awesome looking. Coming out front. Guinea's been there behind him. Stoneman. Another one having a good night there. Talked about he caught up in something earlier. Claw back up along with Vincent too. I mean, guys tonight, it's not been easy nights for them.
No, and that's just something that Michigan kind of gives its back and forth tug and pull push as well. It's a long track. It's a technical track. It's not, sometimes it might be flat out, but it's not always. So it's all about carrying momentum and having the right timing on strategy in your pit stops.
The battle going on back around by 14th
Yellow
spot.
flag is out.
Yellow flag. Oh, and Doningland. Uh-oh. What happened to him? Lost it.
Lost it there. Almost had it saved. Overcorrected it. And everybody avoids it.
Everybody got by, said and stepped, and maybe somebody was. I go on board and see if he's saving fuel. Third gear. You're at least going to stay in 5th gear. There's no need not to stay. I don't look like he's clutching. Might be. Or letting off of the gas or something. Not falling all the way back down to 100 or so. Letting off the gas, you know. All right, time's going to tell what Hammond and company's got up here. Winding down a little bit here, man, Wes. Solid race. Been kind of one of the roller coaster style races here tonight. I don't know what's going to happen.
No, and this might be the first time I'm going to pull one up, but I don't think they're done with cautions yet. I think we've got maybe another one or two in the bank. As much as I'd hate to see it, I think that's still a very big possibility with under 20 to go.
We'll just have to see what happened here. All right, still on that pace car. A thriller here, though, met at Michigan. I'm liking it out there. Got some folks out there pulling for their favorite drivers. Any Hammond fans out there? Anybody jumping up down for Hammond? Who you got so far here, Wes? Now, I know Hammond's sitting really pretty right now, but do you think anybody behind him's got anything for him?
Hammond's definitely sitting pretty. I want to say Ginningsman, if he runs it right, he might get around. He's also got a very good car. Stoneman able to climb back after he dropped so far back due to a wreck. Vincent, he's right there as well. He's been able to claw his way back. So I don't think it's a lockup for Hammonds. If these guys can get a good run on them, they might be able to take them.
Right.
And then PB's now up 14th or so to 14th. If this goes green, he might be able to get up there with those newer, fresher tires, but still hard to say.
Let's see. Pace cars in, going to the restart zone here with Hammonds. Green flag. Hammonds gets to do a pull on the restart. Vincent's there with him. Ginningsman and company. And what Hammonds wants to see is not one of those guys break out, but look at Vincent though, putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, there's a really tight squeeze right there. Just barely get in front of Ginningsman. He's going to have great speed off of here, able to kind of straighten the corner out.
It's go time. I mean, you've got to go. Been riding there, but look at Hammonds. He's been so smooth, and like our car's really hooked up in the turns.
Oh, as there was contact off of 4 there, I think around 5th.
Guys are getting men racy back there. Cole McChesky and company. Still see him. Stoneman, Miller. Duncan right there too.
Floor's right there behind him.
Boyd up there. I think Floor on his way back. Was his way back in the wall. Really a lot of good battling's happening. And if you're Vincent, what do you do to run down Hammond? I mean, right now you're just kind of riding in his tire tracks.
Don't follow the leader. That's the best I'm going to say. Don't follow right behind him in his dirty air the whole way around, as we got a caution again.
God. Oh, man. Bob. Oh, he got something a little bit. Had to check up. Then got bumped in the back. Then from there, it's a mini big one. I can watch here. How you doing out there, Luke? His mom is out there pulling for you. Doing great. So. How many is that
Jamie,
now?
I've no idea. Too many to count.
Well, if you look there on the side ticker, it tells you what caution we're on. Watching right there again what happened. It's pretty much just Gordian effect of what happened there with Maines. Several cars involved. Windsor, Hyatt. Oh, what do you got? I always like when the good ones to see the family members out there. Yeah, if you look on the side there, it'll tell you. Ugh, I don't know if I want to say it. I
don't want to say that either.
Yeah, let y'all just look. I know Chris is probably up there, man, right now. He's pulling his hair. Anyway, like I say, hey, good shout out there. What's up, Luke? How you doing? And it's always good to see the family members, you know. So, Hammond, your mom's watching. Says she loves you. Good luck. And we hope we just didn't jinx you, put too much pressure on. And you should have used the braces picture of you from the 3rd grade. So now we've just embarrassed him and gave him, man, a sweat, man, because his mom's watching. You got to win the race now, man. So that's all it is to it, yeah. Yeah, Jamie, I mean, it's you know, we've talked about it most of the race. A lot of the cautions, you know, product of the car just coming out, but are snapping loose. You know, a few of them there, guys getting into each other, but we've talked about, me and Wesley's up here, I mean, I'll use the old cliche, we've talked to blue in our face about what's happening with these cars. You know, they're snapping loose, the rear end's coming out from under them. You know, being a fixed, or excuse me, being an open setup, you would think that you'd be able to fix that pretty easily, because, hey, look, you know, my car's getting loose out from under me. I slowly dial in, you know, okay, I don't want to make it too tight, but make small changes to where you're tightening it up, to where you get it to right down that limit to where you can drive. Some guys have. I mean, obviously Hammond's out here looking very good. Vincent's been up here up front. You know, Ginningsman, another one. And then some guys still struggling with it. So, you know, they might get it by the time this season's over. But it has been an ongoing issue. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say Michigan is not. You know, we talked last week with Phoenix, and I said to myself, Phoenix is a track that produces just a lot of cautions, no matter what you are. Michigan, on the hand, is not one of these tracks. So yeah, frustrating on one hand, but I can't take it away, man. Guys are out here being competitive. Hammond's liking it.
I'd be liking it if I was Hammonds too. He's been getting great restarts. Allows him to save. Granted, it's not an extreme save anymore. I think he's good. He's got no worries now. It's just maintaining your restarts, maintaining that jump.
Got 11 to go. When they cross the line, it'll be 10 to go here tonight at Michigan. Spartan Simracing League Master Series. Been all Hammonds up front. Benson's there, and nobody's had anything for Hammonds. Once he gets out front, clears, nobody's been able to reel him back in. You do see up there at the top, Harold, if he's got anything for him. Now, Clore pitted on 106. He had a penalty, so that's impressive for him to battle back up there to get up to 6th place spot as we go back green. The reason I bring that up is the green flag is because he's going to be the first one of those ones on newer tires. Because Cole Macheski, even though he pitted on 106, he did not take tires, only 5 seconds stop. So the nearest one would actually be Latham back here, who took tires, but If they keep letting Hammond just go like that, he's gone.
Yeah, and 3 wide, there's definitely not going to be helping that. There was a whole bunch of shuffling around from these top guys as soon as we went green.
They know the importance. They got to go. Genningsman right there in the middle. A little tight. He had to get out of it, though. Got up there in the inside there, on the outside of Miller, so to speak. Got Vincent along with him right there, too. And Hammond's got his nephew out there, too. Oh boy, Hammond's got pressure now. Whole family reunion up here. Get Harold right now. I don't know. Oh, Harold got into it. Hang on to it. Has he got to save? No, he's got to save. Yeah, he's got to save. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
wow.
It's going to be a check up on the inside. Be careful if you're
man, somebody almost ran over the goat. Ouch. What a save.
24 is he goes right back up there after all these race. Now he's right back to the back of the pack.
I know, man. Just like that. Heartbreak. Wow. Still Hammond, man, is rolling, but these guys are getting racy around about 6th place, 7th place spot. Cole Macheski, Stoneman, Carr. Oh, they're bumping and beating and banging. Trading some paint.
There's no waiting now. Full for full final exit.
Puts Carr in the middle. Here comes Henry with them new tires. He's seeing if he can't make a way. Now Henry's probably just didn't think I could do with one more caution to help me get up here a little closer to this pack. He's back here in 12th place spot, kind of marred behind all this traffic going on. Ooh, bump draft going down the back stretch.
Yeah, it was more so Stoneman. He'd probably gotten to the wall off of 2 there, lost all his momentum, so everybody just kind of hitting him, trying to keep him up in speed.
Macheski's there. Watching Henry right here trying to see if he can't thread through this field to make the pass quite yet. Oh, hang on to it. What's that?
Oh, and that's not hanging on to it.
Who was that? Phillips. Ouch. The roll of cars involved too. We've got Maines involved. Oh. You got Phillips right there, and all night long we've seen it. Rear end come out from under him. Thought he had it saved for a minute, but I think another car man just kind of ran up on the back end of him.
Yeah, I think that's
nothing he could do.
No, I think that was JP Jones just ever so slightly hit him while his cars were unsettled.
Boyles just can't catch a break. I want to say that this right here, and might not put us in the green white checkered, but really probably helps out this man here, PB Henry. He's up to 10th. Some of the newest tires out here. Oh. Joe Holloman. Holloman is
sitting in 7th.
Yeah. Good for him. I don't know. I think it's Hammond's here right now. Unless one of those other guys get up there maybe around 4th or 3rd place on a green-white checker. Then it will get interesting.
And this is just me thinking here.
Right?
If whoever starts beside Hammond's here, if they're able to jump with them and keep alongside them going into 1, I don't think Hammond's is going to run away with it. He's got a very good car in clean air. We've seen that all night. But he also gets such a good jump to where if somebody's right there alongside him once we get that green flag on the restart, he might be just in a little bit of trouble because they're going to be taking air off the side of that car.
Right. So we're going to see if the battle's going to come down to the win, or is it going to come down to second, third, and fourth here? Because we got some, heavy hitters. Vincent Miller, Genningsman there, Clore. Put a battle back with Latham there, Holloman, Boyles, Komacheski, Henry, top 10. Yeah, interesting. All right. Hammond, kind of going through your mind at this point.
Please battle behind me and let it go green.
I'm with you. I think his best is a to go green, because if a guy, let's use PB back there in Kent, if he can make up, I don't know, four or five positions, and it takes it to a green-white checker, that puts him really close. I still say Hammonds is in a very good spot at that point, but it definitely would be close, because who knows, is somebody going to send it down into the turn there.
I know PB, he makes some insane dives into turns if he has confidence in his car. And I'd hate to say it, I think he's very confident in his car right now. So if it came down to a green or white checker and he saw that small opening right there, I think he would take it.
See what we've got off on the pace car here. Final time here tonight. Benson.
Bang.
Well, Vincent got a shot, though. Can't count him out. Can't count any of these guys. Hammonds will always have you. I got you. Over that. Being the leader is the best advantage for Hammonds. I mean, because obviously he gets control of the start. We're getting set here to go back to start here. I don't think officially it's going to be green-white checker, but be close to one.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. And Hammonds, I mean, he just got an excellent start.
Yeah, that's going to leave Vincent and then Miller side by side for second.
Yeah.
And at this point, if you're Hammonds, you're asking it to go green the rest of the way. Though Miller quite cleared Vincent quite quick, so he's going to be still right on the back.
It is a huge one in the back. Oh! That was 12. Donington. What happened to him? Tire spin. Good shot, right? This will definitely put us in green light check. We just lost it. Hard the wall.
That's just an insane quick turn. I'm not sure if he lost it, then overcorrected, or...
Okay. Green white checker 10th one. Cheers. Oh, didn't feel right. I'm with you. I think at this point they've got enough. Anybody said. Hold on a second. Miller was coming. Thing goes green. Miller might, if he can get cleared, he might be the one to watch. All right, so now, kind of confused, and I got to ask out there because, you know, we have the advantage of being up here in the booth. Like, we know Mom is watching. Luke out there is the one who made the post, so I'm not quite sure who Luke is. We know we've got the nephew out there watching games. I'm taking Sabrina must be the girlfriend. Or
Not sure. James, I think, is actually the uncle.
His favorite nephew. Favorite nephew. Not sure who Luke is, but he was talking for the mom out there. No mom's watching. Still like the braces picture. And then we got to see the brace picture. Got to post that in the Discord. Mom's already brought it up. He's not watching the broadcast while he's trying to race. Rooting for you, bud, Tucker. Okay, well, Tucker. But he's had an eventful night. I mean, he had to start in the back on a lap down, got back up, was up front, but then he had a penalty on pit road. Really mentioned, but his last pit stop on lap 134 was a minute. So he's had some just misfortune. I mean, but still get battled back up at the 14th's not bad.
No, it's not a bad run at all. And I'm sorry, I'm over here. I'm watching one of the onboards I'm watching. I think Donnellan had a disconnect because he didn't snap loose going inside. It's just a hard turn right in the middle of the corner. That's a wheel disconnect, I believe, is what caused that.
Wall definitely didn't just. That thing hard. Everyone looks like joining the broadcast. Just joining the time. Green white check. Motorsport. Tucker was second, but hope that he cracks the top. And he could. I mean, being back there in 14th, like 13th, 14th, like he is, he could crack the top 10. And to me, that coming out of the way this race is going for him, that'd probably be a win-win. I know he wants to be up front and win, but still. Oh, he had 6 minutes worth of damage. Remember him getting involved in a wreck? Do you remember him getting involved in a wreck, Wes?
I think he got involved in a little while back.
Missed it, that's what I'm saying. And I was wondering why, like, his last 2 pit stops he'd been in there for a minute. That's what I'm saying. Awful moment. Here we go, green white checker, attempt number 1. They make it to the white flag, it's official, but if a caution comes out before they get to it, line them back up, see what we've got. Does anybody have anything for Hammonds? He has been the man on cue pretty much most of the night. Gonna send them up here to the restart zone, pace cars in. Green flag, back racing again, and Miller got a pretty good start with him, but so did Vincent. What he wants to see is those 2 guys battle.
There's contact between them. I think Vincent's right there on the tail of Hammonds. But Hammonds just able to get through the middle of the corner. He's got a little bit better drive off as well.
Oh, it's just like a missile. It's on rails and running. Look at how they are able to close in. But in the turns, he's got that thing handling so well. Go to the white flag. It's done. They'll have one more time. This one's official. Whole field could wipe themselves out. I've never seen it happen. I don't know what they'd end that one, but Vincent got enough. He's going to have 2 more turns. Just look at that turn 1 and 2 speed. Hammonds
and here comes Ginningsman on third.
And they get together. And they're going to wreck. It's going to put Holloman up in third. Well, I say that. Here comes Clore. Yep, Vincent's not even going to get nowhere near. So we're going to watch his 3rd place battle coming to the line because Hammonds is going to win. Is Clore going to pull this thing off in 3rd?
I think he's got it there.
Wow. What a chain reaction that was. But Hammond's holding off. We will we'll go back and watch the contact wreck here.
And you want to know who was also a part of that battle right there for third? Justin Boyles.
Wow. Talk about an up and down night.
The
All
man
right
that
here.
has had so many unlucky moments came home in fifth.
He's been in the wall. They got together, and they just kind of spun it out. Oh, and he got destroyed down the back stretch. Nothing he can do. Wow. The Hammond's holding it off here tonight. Wild one here. Woo. Who's going to win this thing? All right, bring a third place man up here, man. McClure had a wild night tonight. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Shane, it's the boys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well. Well, quite an eventful night tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, that was exhausting.
Good, solid 2.5 hour long on the track. Up and down night for a lot of people. Different strategies we saw about when you take your pit during which caution. Was there anything planned with that, or did you just see a moment and take it about when you decided when to go on the pit road, who's to get the better tires?
Well, so I thought there might be a chance we do not long green. That's kind of a funny joke tonight, but a longer green flag run. So I took a little fuel on lap 107, hoping that would happen to not have to pit later, whereas most of the guys up front stayed out. But we couldn't keep it clean out there tonight, and so that strategy kind of just went to the wayside and ended up P3.
Well, P3 definitely ain't bad. It was really that incident right in front of you on the backstretch, the final lap. Ginningsman and who was it? Miller getting up into the wall there in front of you.
Yeah, that was pure luck on my part, because I was just hoping for a top 10 finish with how I've been running here and dealing with a migraine because a little hungover from a camping event last night. So just happy with this P3 finish, to be honest.
Hey, P3, I'll take it any moment.
For sure. Just a quick shout out to the Goated Haas Esports team. Dave missed Chad tonight. Blair raced me clean there at the end. He probably could have taken P3, but he didn't. He wasn't too elbowy with it. So much appreciation to running clean there at the end. And thanks to you guys for broadcasting, and SSRL for putting this together.
Awesome.
Hey, no problem, man.
It's an awesome night right there for Shane McClure, man. I tell you, Wes, just battling back hard all night long, getting back up our another guy though here. Bring him up here. Let's get a word with him, Vincent. This guy, eventful night, but to come home in second, not too bad.
Chris Vincent is the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, quite a up and down race for you today. Got caught up a little bit in the back during pit cycles and strategies and such, but managed to claw your way back up into second. Quite a chaotic race. I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Clore. with seeing all those cautions, was there any plan about when to take tires to have the better tires and when to stay out?
Truthfully, no, because the runs never were long enough to even wear the tires. And once you got a couple heat cycles on them, it didn't matter if you had 20 lap old tires or 12 lap tires. It's just they seem to equal out with the amount of heat cycles.
Well, you were talking about the short runs. Was there any ever hope that it would go long? And then how good do you think you were going to be during those?
Oh, my car was way better short run than it was, or long run than it was short run. But I adjusted halfway through the race because I started foreseeing that we weren't going to get a long run in. Which A Open has been the same thing, every 20 lap shootouts.
Well, that's good practice for it, but not something you want to see. Joe, you got something for him?
What battle back? I mean, at any time during this race, did you feel like, oh, man, it's just no hope that I'm gonna be able to get up front because you were just up and down?
When I self-spun or almost spun off of 2, yeah, I was a lead balloon. And then I stayed out to try to save a set, and everybody behind me pit. So then I was the slow car for the next 10 laps until the next caution.
Hey, like I said, I was able to get back up front, get there in that second. And good run tonight, though.
Yeah, Kenny and the boys put us in a pretty fast set tonight. Team Watson. We do a lot of practicing, try to get these cars dialed in.
Anyone to thank for it?
Thank everybody at Team Watson. You guys in the booth. All the admins. They got a mess to sort out after this race. But, yeah, good car, good race.
Them.
Yeah, that's them. That's a them problem.
Yeah, man. Good luck. Again, congratulations on the second place there, Vincent.
All right, thank you. You guys have a good night.
All right. Oh, Vincent, right there, man. Just you can hear in her voice. Just sounded kind of tired after this. Hey, but and right here should be happy. Hammond's Dwight and Booth got a cop.
Yep, I got y'all.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 for 2, man. Here, the last week, this week, tonight, looks like you had the car, man, out there on rails, coming from a lot of guys out there who was just kind of losing the rear end. I mean, how was you feeling? One, coming through the field, and then 2, once you got out front.
Oh man, it's Team Watson put together an absolutely great setup this week. All of us were extremely fast, and yeah, it's a setup and a track really, where once you get out in front, it's really hard to pass. So if you can just get out there, turn good, consistent lap times, you've kind of got it made. And thankfully, I was in that position today.
Got asked out there too. The mom said, "Congratulations." I said, "We were hoping you weren't watching. That's why you're running, because she put the pressure on you there." Because she also mentioned that you need to put your third grade braces picture out there on the side. Yeah.
Oh what? Oh no. That's not okay.
No, that was good. Hey, you gotta love moms out there though, man. But I know she's happy, man. Congratulations. You had some of those fans out there. I mean, was you a little worried with some of those late cautions there and then taking it to a green-white checkered?
Well, the late cautions, yeah, a little bit when we came to the green-white checkered. Although I'm kind of thankful we had so many there coming to the end, because I wasn't going to be able to make it on fuel for my last pit stop if we did go green. I kind of needed either something like what happened where we get a bunch of cautions back to back, or we get like a 25 lap run there that brings everyone down pit road. But yeah, man, once we got there at the end, it was a little nerve wracking, but I knew I had my 2 teammates behind me there at the end, and I know they're guys that'll race me clean, so we were looking forward to it. It was a good showing for us.
And Wes?
Yeah, I just want to say, you talked about once you got up front and you were in the clean air, it was kind of easy to keep everybody behind you. There was a couple times on those restarts you just flew away, and there was a couple times where they kind of stuck close. Did that ever worry you whenever you weren't so far in front off that restart?
Yeah, it was concerning because the best time to pass someone is right off a restart and you get a run off of 2. But thankfully I was able to keep it all at bay. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit concerned seeing some cars that close behind. Yeah, I think it was Bryant that had a pretty good run on me when we went after that first green-white checkered attempt, maybe the second. But yeah. The caution kind of saved me there because he was looking fast, but yeah.
Well, man.
Yeah,
I was about to say, well, man, word or not, you pulled it off.
Oh yeah, it was a good race. I'm quite pleased with it.
Strong all night long. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
Yeah, just a huge shout out to everyone at Team Watson, making these setups, all my teammates for racing me clean, helping me out, playing the team game there at the end, and huge shout out to everyone I know who's watching because I believe it's quite a few.
You have it, man. Winner tonight, man. Old Hammond's bringing it home. Wes, man, what a wild one here tonight, man. Some guys, man, just up and down nights. We'll look at the results order out here. Hammond's the man, putting it in victory lane. Vincent brings her home in second. Clore there in third. Holloman up in the fourth. Oils finishing out in fifth. Omacheski, good run there in sixth. Sumter been able to bounce back to get to seventh. Genningsman there in the eighth place with a Grusmacher, good finish there at ninth. With Henry rounding out to 10. Look at the rest of it. What do you say? Tiring wild night.
Tiring wild night is indeed 2.5 hour long race. I don't think any of them were prepared for it to go that long. I know some people are going to be sore. They're going to need to go take a nice ice bath. They probably get a nice long rest just in order to settle themselves for it.
Absolutely. Folks, man, I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to leave Michigan tonight here for the Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. For myself and everyone, have a good night.